Namaste. I know that in the evening sometimes we don't have the power to practice for a long time. That is why I will make the series of the very easy yin yoga evening practices. So if you want just to stretch a bit, to be able to fall asleep very easily, these practices are for you. So let's start. Always starting with the crisscross legs and making a sankalpa. I'm reminding that for the women, right palm over the left. For a man, left palm over the right. It is very important. The polarity of our body is a different one. So the right part of the body is the masculine energy. The left part of the body is a feminine energy. That is why when we are changing the palms, it is the polarity. It's like the battery. So we are charging with the movements of the palms. So girls, right arm on the left, boys, left palm on the right. Close your eyes and just breathe. Concentrate on your sankalpa. Any wish, any desire. And when you're ready, very carefully open your eyes. Change the criss and cross of the legs. And this will be our first posture for today. Both arms forward, straighten your spine, shoulder blades together, shoulders back. It is kind of an angle for the back. And it helps us to prepare. But this practice will be for glutes. So the position of the legs, it's not by accident. All of the things that we do during the practice, they have something in common, of course. It is working with our psychology. You know, the place in which we are having our stress, all of the negative emotions, it is precisely here in the joints of the hip. That is why working with the buttocks, working with the glutes, hips and everything helps you to release all of the psychological issues in your head as well as in a physical body. Each muscle in our body remembers everything. That is why this is very important to practice and just to notice where you feel in which asanas the difficulties, and then write to me and I will explain why this precisely happens with you. Especially right now, notice which hip joint is more difficult, and I will tell the situation which was in your past, which brought you here in this precise moment with this precise pain. For example, most of us, not everyone, most of us, even though you might think that you didn't have any issues with the parents, but unfortunately, it's not like this. And sometimes the differentiation in the behavior that was before that thing and right now can be changed through the practice. Very carefully, start to get up and both legs forward. I will be moving, I will be showing you asanas from the different perspectives. But you put the yoga mat and you stay on it from the very beginning as you in asana, for example, in this position like this. So never move, only with the legs or arms or whatever I say. But it is me who will be moving from each side. I will be showing how it looks like in order you to feel the difference, to see the difference. We start with my favorite asana. I love it. Right feet from the outer side of the left knee. And from this position, we will be moving two different directions. Actually, one will be completely back, one will be a little bit forward. Depends on what you feel precisely today. So in the middle, so when you put the feet in the knee, it is okay, it is normal. But if you want to go deepen this asana, you may put the feet as deep as you can back, close to the left sit bone. In this position, but in a classic practice of Hatha Yoga, for example, this asana looks like this. This asana calls Ardha, and you will help me. Both arms up, inhale. On the exhalation, move the right side completely and right palm behind your back on the tips of your fingers, and the left arm from the outer side of the right leg, and try to make the twist as deep as you can and move the right side, like look the right side. And now you are sitting and I will show from the different perspectives. So it looks like this. Since it is twisting, it looks like this. Because next asana, we kind of prepare ourselves. While we are making this asana, we prepare ourselves to making the different one. So it is always the matter of practice to prepare one asana prepares us for the another. This asana calls the king of the fish. It is interesting that in Sanskrit the word fish it's mats. And this asana calls Ardha Matsyendrasana because of the position right now of the left leg. And now to make things a little bit difficult, we may try to do 3 different variations. First, you may try with the left palm, try to reach the left leg. Either, second one, you may try to reach the right feet. Or if you feel that you have flexibility in your shoulders, you may try to start to move your palm into this triangle which is in between your right leg. So you may try to get the elbow to the side and get your palm in this window, and right arm behind your back, you may try to reach and create the lock and look through the right shoulder and just breathe. Try to be with both sit bones on the floor. If you cannot reach with the right sit bone the floor, you may put the blanket under it. And remember, despite we are working with the glutes, despite we are working with our hip joints, flexors and everything, despite that, every time we are working simultaneously with the whole body. For example, right now the whole body is working. The lower back, the middle back, the upper back, shoulders, hips, everything. Right now in this asana works everything. Of course, the goal of this asana is one, but work of the whole muscle. That's very important. And now, do inhale, and on the exhalation, first release the right arm from wherever it was, then the left, and very carefully coming back to the center. And now try to reach with the right feet as close as you can to the left sit bone, as much deep as you can, and try to make the same line of your knees like this. I'll show you like this. Okay. If you feel that your right sit bone gets over the floor, you of course can put something underneath it, like the blanket or pillow, whatever you feel, you may put. Straighten your spine as much as you can. It is work right now. Oh, the most important part of our body. So, close your eyes. And with close your eyes, we will change the position for our arms. We will try to face palms behind our back in a Namaste gesture, but behind our back. If you're not able to reach with the palms, right now I will change the position. I will turn my back to you in order to show what we are doing. It is very important for you to remember. So first, either we try to reach with the palms of each other. If we cannot reach, we can put the fists. If you're not able to do the fists, you can reach with your palms, your elbows, shoulder, remember that shoulders goes down, shoulder blades are moving towards each other in any position. But there is a third, very different and very difficult position. So we try to get the left arm up and get the palm in between the shoulder blades. Then right palm goes to the left elbow and goes deep. And right arm from the lower point, we try to reach either tips of the fingers, either fingers, or we try to reach and make a lock. Again, everything depends on your own level of flexibility. Precisely your own. You choose whatever you can do today. It is very important to do what you feel to do today. Do not listen sometimes to anyone who's saying that you must do something. Do what you feel is right for you today. Remember that it is you, it is your practice. When you will finally understand that it is you who is important, then everything will change. Of course, there is a little bit but. What matters the most is a discipline. So for you to understand what is your laziness, what is the same symptoms of ascension, and what is the discipline to get your beautiful ass to the mat. I know how hard it is. And there are days in which you cannot make yourself to practice. Those days are happening. But you can change absolutely everything. And right now, letting go of our arms, shake the arms. And finally, the right leg is free. So first, get it higher and put the feet on the floor. Let it relax a little bit and then get your leg on the floor and shake a little bit. Shake it. And from this position, we are changing the side, now the left leg. We put first from the outer side of the right knee right now, but again, if you are moving the right leg forward right now, it means you move left leg forward. If you were trying to make the feet as close to the sit bone, you try to do it. And what is important, what you can do precisely today, there's no perfection, remember. Both arms up, inhale. On the exhalation, move the left side. Left arm behind your back. Try to get to the tips of the fingers. Right feet towards you. Right arm from the outer side of the left knee right now. And just breathe through this position. And remember, from both sides, we are trying to make the same plus minus the same position. What I mean, if you were deep in the asana on one side, you must do the same deep to the other side. That is why if you were trying to reach the right knee, you are trying to reach the left knee, to run like right now to the right knee, to the left feet. And if you feel, you may try to do the lock if you were making it. If you weren't able to do it, do not do it on this side, even if you are able to do it on this side. It is very important to become flexible to the both sides with an equanimity, with a stability. It is very important, because if your one side is more active, it means the other side is a passive. It means that some muscles are always in attention, and you need to make both in the same kind of relaxation way, you know? Believe me, at some point you just, oh my gosh, how it's amazing. In the asana, you really feel so much relief, as if you are on a massage table. It is some amazing feeling. It's just beautiful. And in order to reach that, we need to reach through some pain, of course. Not too much there, but still a little bit of the pain might be there. You know, the word asana translates from the Sanskrit as stable, comfortable posture. So basically, in most of the asanas, we are a little bit unstable and a little bit uncomfortable. You know, my students ask me, Olga, when it's become easier? My answer is never. There is a reason why I'm answering like this. Everything depends from your level of perception, the way you perceive things, the way you see things. So till the moment you think that it is difficult, it is difficult. When you know that it is difficult, but you enjoy the energy. Can you imagine that the whole day your spine was under some tension, discs were in a very much of the, you know, stress as well, because they were too much together. Of course, right now they're like, wow, so many oxygen, so many blood flow, lymph works, wow. So right now, letting go of the left arm whenever it was, then slowly the right, and very carefully, very slowly start to coming back to the center. And with the left leg, we try to reach the right sit bone. Try to make the knee over the knee. Of course, probably it might look from the beginning like this. Your knee might be like 30 centimeters in this height. It is normal, it is quite normal. It will become more flexible with the practice. Unfortunately, there is no other variation but to practice. Only with the practice comes the result. Result cannot come if you do not do anything. And now we are changing the position of the arms as well as we did on one side. We are making to the other side as well. So, but in this position, the Namaste gesture, as we know, either palms together, either wrists, either elbows as you did, but there is a tricky thing. On this side, some of you are able to make a lock, but if you weren't able to make a lock on the left side, you do not do on the right side. That is why I did it in purpose, started with the left arm, in order for us to see that you're able or you're not able to catch. So we started to get up the right arm behind our shoulder blades, get it as deep as you can, and the left arm underneath. So if you were able to make it on the one side, you do on the other. But if you weren't able to do it, then it means you do not do it on this side too. This asana calls Ardha Gomukhasana, or half of the head of the cow. It will become far more interesting, far more deeper, more beautiful. But there is always a start somewhere. So we are starting somewhere. There is neither good, neither bad things. It is just a start. So enjoy the place where you at and know where you will go. This is amazing. If you will look back and say thank you to the things that you have done before, And where you are at now, you will be surprised, and you will be very, very happy at the place where you are at now, without, of course, some past mistakes, without some issues in our past. We wouldn't be there. Where are we right now? Maybe it's not that easy. Where are we? But it will become. Now letting go of the arms. Shake a little bit. And now, very, very slow, very careful, letting go of the left leg. And shake a little bit. In order to compensate what we just done, we a little bit try to stretch forward, a little bit. So we sit with the sit bones on the floor, get the flesh off your sit bones and try to make it not to the sides, but up. Because in this position we are working with the muscles. Both arms up on the sides, inhale. On the exhalation, move forward. It is very important. You try to reach the place where you can reach right now. So either it is knees, either it is the place wherever you can, even if it's not ankles, if it's somewhere here in the middle of the leg or in the middle of hips, everywhere. It's okay. And just try to reach as deep as you can forward. It is very important. Enjoy the place where you're at. You will always change to the something deeper, to the more beautiful things. It takes practice, it is true. But it is difficult right now. It will be easier in the future. Make it happen. Be happy. And now, very, very carefully, get up and lay down on your back. There are a few variations of getting to our back to the shavasana. First one, we bend our knees, get our palms behind our back, try to reach with the elbows, and then lay down on our back. There is a second variation. This is easy one for those who just starting the practices. The more difficult is for those whose abs are stronger. So we try to move as slow as you can and reach the floor. Let go of the legs to the length of the mat, palms from both sides of the torso, and close your eyes. You may stay in this shavasana as much as you need, and just close your eyes. Let your body melt into the yoga mat. Just enjoy. Just be there. And when you will be finishing, you can get straight up. Either if you feel tension on the lower back, you can just turn yourself to the right side of the mat and be in a seated position with the crossed legs. Thank you.